to, but you also have double think. It's bad when the North Vietnamese or the North Koreans or the Chinese or the Russians or anybody else tortures. But it's good when we do, because we're the good guys. Yeah, we're the good guys. We're not running anything. Get that straight. See, these yuppies think they're part of the power structure. We invaded Iraq to bring democracy and get the WMDs. We are the big, tough Americans. We are the idiots that pay for all this for these offshore corporations that run our country. We're the idiots being taxed into oblivion. We are the fools. Just like those troops and contractors, a lot of them sadists, a lot of them were hired out of the federal prison system as prison guards who had records of torture and abuse. You know, they like it. But the point is, this is the oxymoron contradiction of hypocrisy to the 10th power. Okay. I've gone over that. Here's another article today. Veterans sue CIA Army for experiments at Dietrich and Edgewood. And it goes into what they think of you, the troops, and what they think of you, the police, and what they think of you, the bureaucrats. They hate you. You understand that? They fear you. They give you all this illegal, unconstitutional power to abuse the American people and brainwash you that it's for good reasons. And then they've got to keep you in check, though, and they prey on you statistically more than anybody else because they need to police their own attack dogs. You're out there in the doghouse. They're getting ready to put you on half rations financially, and a lot of you just love it. A lot of you, though, are starting to wake up. Now, I want to shift gears into another subject before I go back into the economy, and then I'm going to take phone calls next hour. The toll-free number to join us is 800-259-9231. I want first-time callers today, though. So notice we're getting a lot of regulars in the first few round of calls. I want new listeners to be able to get in, or people who've never been able to get in. 1-800-259-9231 will get you up and on the air. But I wanted to get into this little stack of news first. If the guys will give me a document cam shot, I'll show the prisonplanet.tv viewers this article. You can also go to Infowars.com and prisonplanet.com and read this article by Paul Joseph Watson yesterday. Kurt Nemo's got an expanded, detailed report that just went up seconds ago at Infowars.com. It's titled Bill Gates Death Panel, Tip of the Iceberg. That's the newest report by Paul Joseph Watson, Kurt Nemo, and Alex Jones. We've all worked together in the last 3 days to write this research piece. And it gets into a whole spectrum of information. How they're taking over our original healthcare system. How they're about to get rid of charity care, which all citizens are entitled to and are paid into by regular people that are purchasing healthcare at the full price, and all these giant Rockefeller tax-free foundations that for decades, actually more than 100 years, have been operating as a profit center and not giving people the charity care they're supposed to. It gets into how doctors were trained until just about a decade ago to have the Hippocratic Oath. That's now not given. Doctors were trained that 25% to 33%, depending on the state, of the work they did was to be free for charity care. Ron Paul has talked about that as a medical doctor. He worked for, depending on where he worked, he did this because it was what he was supposed to do, $2 to $5 an hour on top of his practice. But he would go a few days a week and do that, just like my father does. And they're getting rid of that where you've got to go on Medicare and Medicaid, and now that's the death panel where they get everybody's wealth socialized, and then they say, look, you're having to pay for all these old people, these sick people, these mentally retarded people. We want to go ahead and euthanize them. And that's what Bill Gates is saying. He's saying, you know, we call this death panels, but they play us off against each other. Are you for laying off 10 teachers, or are you for killing Granny? And that's what all this deals with. So there's 2 reports. Bill Gates death panel, tip of the iceberg. That's the big report. And then there's the report yesterday by Paul, the real story behind Bill Gates and death panels. 2 separate articles. We can save a lot of lives, educate a lot of people. Most folks don't know that you're working, you know, and you're making $35,000 a year or so. You can't get insurance because you've got a pre-existing condition like Crohn's caused by vaccines, or epilepsy caused by vaccines, so many of these issues, or a thyroid problem caused by sodium fluoride, off the charts, or diabetes from the corn syrup. They're now renaming it to corn sugar to be deceptive on the labels because they know you're wise to them, conclusively just giving you cancer, growing cancer, giving you diabetes. You go in, you get early onset of brain disorders that are now have. People are getting Alzheimer's at 30, 35. You suddenly get denied your insurance. You try to go in and get care, and they say, oh, we'll put you on Medicaid. Then they start denying that, or Medicare for older folks. And now you're not going to have a choice to go get charity care because they're phasing that out under this system. You understand? That's what this government takeover of healthcare is. The hospitals don't want to provide charity care. See, the illegal aliens know about this. That's why they have ads in the newspapers in Mexico from the U.S. hospitals because they want the federal funds. Come here, have your baby, get on free welfare. It's all free. Now, a citizen shows up and you want free health care. They call the CPS, try to take your kid. Oh, you're destitute. You can't pay your bills. And you shouldn't be having a baby. That baby's going to be blonde-haired, blue-eyed. We're going to get $400,000 for that. Be right back.
Global meltdowns, massive unemployment, endless wars, a new currency crisis, financially and morally bankrupt. A great and terrible storm is approaching. So what's the best way to get ready, to get prepared for hard times ahead? Introducing Off the Grid News, a weekly newsletter for independent patriots who want practical advice on how to survive and prosper in an increasingly dangerous world. It's the best way to get a black belt in emergency preparedness, survival skills, and off-the-grid living. Off the Grid News is fiercely independent, all about self-reliance and packed with helpful information on survival gardening, food preparation, alternative energy, herbal medicines, privacy and security, as well as God, gold, and guns, with absolutely no apologies. And the best part, this $100 a year service is now free of charge for our listeners. That's right, free for our listeners who sign up at offthegridnews.com. That's offthegridnews.com. You can sign up free at offthegridnews.com. offthegridnews.com.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
When you hear the words water purification, what comes to mind? If it's Berkey Water Purification Systems, this message is for you. Did you know that over 60% of municipal water contains fluoride at less than 2 cents per gallon? Berkey water filters purify treated and untreated water, remove dangerous chlorine, fluoride, and contaminants from municipal water. These filters are powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water, making them perfect for rainwater collection systems. From the smallest to the largest systems, BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has what you need. With your system purchase, you'll receive a shower filter, a fluoride filter, or 2 sport Berkey bottles absolutely free. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com would like to offer GCN listeners 5% off all ceramic filter systems and ship all orders over $50 free of charge. Visit BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. Or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY today.
You see, the globalists are eugenicists, and they want to bankrupt you financially, get you into their social welfare net, so they can then force vaccines on you, force drugs on you, and run you through their eugenics mills. This is what they're doing. And this report by Kurt Nemo, Paul Watson, and yours truly, Bill Gates' death panel's tip of the iceberg, is up at Infowars.com. And I'm asking you to get this and email it out to everyone you know, because the people perish for lack of knowledge. And it's got Bill Gates admitting, hey, we're going to basically kill Granny. We're not going to give her medical care, and that'll be able to let us hire 10 teachers instead of firing 10 teachers. And they're selling this idea that we are a cannibalistic society that doesn't build new things and make things better. No, we kill people. We cut services. That's how you get ahead. No, that's how you destroy a civilization. They want to consolidate power. They want to destroy the industrialized society. This is their stated eugenics goals. Gates isn't just supporting and funding death panels and the promotion of them. He's promoting vaccines that sterilize you, eugenics, plants that grow vaccines in them so you can't escape the vaccines, mosquitoes that deliver vaccines to you. His father was on the board of directors of Planned Parenthood. He is a monster. This isn't charity, the $100+ billion he's gotten together with other billionaires. This is global government. This is their passion. So we're going to have a new search term today. We haven't done this in a week or so. We're going to have a new search term. We're going to make number one today, thanks to all of you. This will be the 21st search term we've done. Every time it's become number one. Google search the term Gates Death Panels. Gates Death Panels with an S. Gates Death Panels. Just search those 3 words in Google, in Yahoo, in every major search engine. Do it over and over again and send the story out to everyone and click on the story. And it's already the number one link. If you type in Bill Gates death panels on Google News, it's our story's already number one. Paul Watson's article from yesterday. And so we're going to push this out as the number one search term, and then hundreds of newspapers and blogs, as you've seen, will then go click on our story to find out what it's about. They'll research it. They'll write about it. It'll cause another chain reaction. So Bill Gates is who we're going after today. And the search term is Gates, G-A-T-E-S, death panels. Gates Death Panels is the search term, and that will send people to the detailed article, Bill Gates Death Panels, Tip of the Iceberg. So Gates Death Panels is the search term today, and I can't impress on you enough. I mean, obviously you know how important this is. And we got some videos from Sunday where I broke this down, also there for people to visit the article where they can see where I go over this information again for people who like to watch videos instead of reading. That's a large portion of the population. We're just trying to reach out to people and do what any good neighbor would do and warn people about what's happening. Because if I don't warn people about the tyranny they're going under, I'm going to go under that tyranny. A lot of selfish people think, oh, I don't care about anybody. Why should I warn people? They're all dumb. Who cares? Well, if you just give up on humanity and just give in to corruption and capitulate to corruption, it's over. They'll start telling you core exit isn't bad for you and asbestos isn't bad for you. And they'll start taking the dead veterans' insurance money and keeping it in deals with the government. Bloomberg reporting. They'll let dying core run around and kidnap your kids. They'll take your pension funds. The sky is the limit here. There's no end to what these people are capable of and what they've already done. And they always do it in a philanthropic, charitable way. Oh, everybody's, oh, they're so good. Oh, the Rockefeller Foundation that owns and controls most of the private hospitals through different sub-companies. Oh, aren't they sweet? Oh. See, they set up this whole charity care system and keep most of the money for themselves. Now they just want to get rid of that completely. Have the government pay them Medicare and Medicaid to basically kill your butt. So that's what socialist health care is, and that's what we've got. It's death care. The death panels are real. It's all exposed. Bill Gates Death Panels, tip of the iceberg. Search the term Gates Death Panels.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Listen up, friends. This is Alex Jones with key information. The mainstream media is now admitting that we're going into a depression. Don't be dependent on the government for you and your family. You need to get your own supply of high-quality storable foods from efoodsdirect.com. They're the best company out there, the longest continually operating, with a ton of great food to choose from. It's all fresh and made on a monthly basis, not some old cruddy food they're selling you like some of the other guys. Try their new evacuation pack, a 2-week supply of delicious, easy-to-fix food. It comes with all the equipment you need to prepare it. With open talk of a strike on Iran in the next 3 months, the crisis in the Gulf, and possible evacuations, get yourself and your family ready today. The place to go is efoodsdirect.com. Go to their website online right now, efoodsdirect.com.